yeah, hold on. Yeah, man, get on, man, give me that look. Man, give me that look.
Nah, man, Have got me like, you know what I'm saying? Nah, you got me too excited, man. I feel like 10 years younger or some shit. Like, yo, you jamming up though. Like hey yo, Have, you got me on spitting razors out my mouth and shit. This shit.
Yo, you brought me through the time machine just.
Well, that's all you. You know what I'm saying? Like that's all you. You know. The infamous Havoc of Mobb.
Hold on. Yes, y'all. Hold on, I gotta fix. I gotta fix my stuff.
Of Mobb Deep. Yeah, because it's kind of fuzzy and shit.
Damn.
You wanna click off and click back on and see maybe we get a better vibe? We can't hear him. We'll try again. No. Let's try to get it fresh. Because it's too legendary. You know, this shit too legendary. Don't worry, guys. Executive producer Azzy let me know she can't hear him. So we gonna click him again and get Have on and talk his shit. You know what I'm saying? Mobb Deep. One of the pillars of the community. One of the bricks in this hip-hop culture that's undeniable, legendary. Hold up. To all the killers and the 100. Woo! To real niggas ain't got no feelings. Oof. Yo.
Yo.
There you go.
Yo, what up?
Better, right?
Yeah, we good.
Just say to all the niggas who ain't got no feelings. I mean, I know a lot of people felt like that, but I felt like that was the soundtrack to my life. That one song.
Son.
I mean, I got, you know, so you come up in Queensbridge.
Word.
You see Nas. Nas goes before you, right?
Right.
Did y'all know each other in the hood before he blew up?
Yeah. We used to hang around each other before he even blew and all of that shit. We used to hang out as teenagers. Word up.
Like hanging out in front of the building, talking shit. The Knicks, this, that.
Word.
Shout out to my brother Nori. He's on the check-in.
We go back to fucking preschool, me and Nas. Word.
Wow. That's what we call a joker moment. I don't know these people knew that. I never knew. I knew y'all come from the same hood, but I didn't know it was preschool. I didn't know, you know. So you watch him blow.
Right.
And that was it. Was that the inspiration for you guys to take off?
See, you know what happened was, like, I think we came out with a record, like, before he came out with a record, and our record didn't do too good. You know what I mean? But then he came with the halftime joint that was on the Zebrahead soundtrack. when he came with that, the whole project was bumping that shit. So, you know,
shout out to Swiss Beats on the check-in. Rest in peace, DMX. Swiss is on the check-in. Rory's on the check-in. The whole hip-hop community's on the check-in. Being that Swiss is here right now, your affiliation, what was it like with DMX? And I'm sure you did shows with him and you knew X. Like, tell me about X real quick.
I mean, you know, hands down, when I first, you know, I mean, I was just like starstruck, you know what I'm saying? When I first met him, like, you know, straight groupied out, because I loved everything about him, you know what I mean? So when I saw him, you know what I'm saying, I gave him his roses every time I saw him. And he was mad humble, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and, you know, we did shows with each other, you know, overseas and all of that. And, you know, he just was a real dude, real cool, you know what I'm saying? Every time I saw him.
Yeah, man, yo, shout out the Rough Riders everybody going through a tough time. His family, you know, damn, we love DMX. You know, I'm in New York. I'm trying to hold it out to, you know, I know they got the funeral coming up, so I'm trying to, if my wife don't kill me and force me to go back to Miami, you know, I'm trying to, you know, it's almost getting towards spear time. Her and my daughter gonna start shooting spears and arrows at me if I don't get back. Shout out to Steve Rifkin, Static
Steve
Selector.
Rifkin in the building.
I mean, the whole hip hop is in
Taheem
this
in the building.
now. Steve Rifkin, how would he change your life? Loud Records.
Oh
how
man,
did Steve change your life?
Steve Rifkin, man, that's my people's right there. Because if it wasn't for Steve Rifkin taking that second shot on us, you know what I'm saying, we probably wouldn't even be here today talking to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, we came out, like I said, we came out with that record. You know what I'm saying? First Juvenile Hell didn't do so good, and Steve still believed in us, and he said, "Yo, I want to sign y'all niggas. I want to fuck with y'all, and I'm gonna let y'all do you. You know what I'm saying? Let y'all do what y'all do." And he let us do that, and we made Shook Ones, and it was on. Literally.
I remember Shook Ones, right, Have? And I tell this story all the time. I might as well tell it to your face, right? Shook Ones was so legendary. The lyrics were so legendary. I was in the rap game and 1 foot in the street, still running, you know. I remember I was in Miami on vacation with my wife at the time. You know, she's my girlfriend. And y'all performed in Miami. I think it was Luke's Old Club. Shit was rampacked. I'm waiting for Mobb Deep to be 7 foot cock gladiator dudes from like, I thought the security in the tunnel. I'm waiting for the biggest motherfuckers on earth. And y'all come out, there's a war going on outside. I say, yo, these guys.
like just with a whole lot of heart,
your music
a whole lot of
didn't match your height.
Right.
What? Cause y'all talking mega shit, Have y'all talking mega.
I mean, shit. You know, we had the whole hood on our back. You know what I'm saying? We felt 10 feet tall. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, in the streets, you know, all that height shit, that shit don't matter. You know what I mean? This is how you move. It's how you move it. You know what I mean?
No, that's right. Now that we talking about Prodigy, rest in peace. You know, I did a show with y'all in Philly maybe like 2 weeks before that, right?
Yeah.
And I got to see him and say what's up. I said what's up to you, and then, you know, I'm at the funeral, and they playing Shook Ones, a band.
Yeah.
And I start crying in the back. I know some of his niggas saw that, man. Some of the Queensbridge, I know they said I couldn't help it. Like
that was that love.
Yeah, because it hit me that he meant so much to hip hop and our culture and our community. That I couldn't help it, man. Farrakhan seen me cry because Farrakhan was talking at the thing. So I try to get out of there so people won't see Joe Crack crying like that. But it was a real emotional thing. And so Prodigy, one of the greatest of all time. Who did he consider lyrically his competition?
I can tell you straight up and down, like Jay-Z and Nas. Like Nas for sure. You know what I mean? Those are the people that he used to like to level up with. For sure.
I mean, me too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I tell with me, you know, people don't understand. I must have been hallucinating because I knew I wasn't as good as them, but every album I wrote, I would have a poster of Nas and Jay-Z and say, I got to be as good as these guys on their level so I'll just say, for Pun, it was Cannabis. So Pun always wanted to get it in with Cannabis. I'm actually surprised they never rap battled because Pun kept trying to be his friend. Cannabis would never show up to the studio, never wanted to do the song. You know, we must have waited on 30 sessions for Cannabis to show up. He'd be like, yo, Twin, he coming. I'm like, yo, Pun, you sure you want to wait in here? Nah, Twin, he told me he's coming. And he never came.
I think Pun might have been a little bit much for him on that. You know what I'm saying? You know, Pun had that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, he was going. He You know, Pun was going for it. You know, when I think of Havoc, you got two careers running parallel, right? So you Mobb Deep. So any normal person who loves hip hop, love Havoc as one of the members of the group. But any producer know that you're one of the greatest producers of all time. Shout out to Diamond D. You know, I come from Digging in the Crates.
Diamond D, yes,
Diamond
yes,
had a
indeed.
classic album where he produced it and rap. Who are your top 5 producers slash rappers?
Producers slash rappers. I mean, you know, Dr. Dre rap, right? Like he rap.
Yes,
you know,
yes.
shit, right? Dr. Dre, Q-Tip, yeah, Kanye,
Woo!
Pete Rock,
Yes.
and Large Professor.
Oh yeah, shout out to Extra P, baby.
Yeah.
Shout out
Yeah.
to Extra P, man. You got you got me, man. You got me, man. You know, you got me. But you know, I went with Kanye West came here and to New York, and he was working on that album with all of them, the group. I don't know what album that was. And every time I went to see him in the studio, he would be playing Havoc beats and staring out the window.
Wow.
So you know how people, I've never been able to do it, but I guess the richest motherfuckers, like you hear motherfuckers do their album on the yacht in Central Bay. You know, they go to certain places and shit. Well, Kanye West chose New York, right? So he's looking out the window. In Swiss Beat Studio, the Jungle Room, he used to play these Havoc beats, and he was just staring out the window and catching that. And he would play that shit that Tess Moore. He would play that no music. No, he was infatuated with that. So he'd be like, you know this guy that he makes no music? And I'm like, and so you worked with Kanye. What was that like working with Yeezy?
Working with Kanye, yo, it was dope because, you know, I appreciate him as a producer, as a lyricist. And when you get around him, you quickly realize how serious he is about his craft. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and he had a lot of questions for me. You know what I mean? Like, you know, how was it? You know, what was your biggest competition in X, Y, and Z? And, you know, he was just one of those people that's like really down to earth and like really serious about his craft. I liked working with him. I worked with him recently too, not before this pandemic started hitting. You know what I mean? And it was the same thing. But you know, he take it to another level. Like he'll have a studio on the beach, like literally on the sand. Like, and I'm like, yo, where's the booth? He like right here. It's like it's crazy shit.
You know, I'm working on a soundtrack, right? I'm working on a soundtrack to this show right here, the Big Show. And I ain't gonna lie to you, I got it's somebody who's doing this song with me that's like beyond legendary. When it come out, everybody will understand. But it's a smooth, fly song. So I went and rented the yacht and wrote my verse on the yacht in the middle of Miami and shit, trying to get like sexy. I called him up like, yo, I had to rent it. It's the only time I ever did some shit like that. Just trying to get on some super extra fly shit. Like I'm trying to bring out the whole aura of this shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying. And you know, Kanye West, I got the privilege to work with him on the joint Pride and Joy, my song.
Yeah.
And the man made me spit. He almost got beat up, like for my guys. Like the man made me spit this verse literally 500 times. He kept saying, colder sack, colder sack, cold. And you know, these guys are wrestlers. They're like, yo, God, man. This nigga trying to play you, man. I'm like, yo, this Kanye West. They're like, nah, God, come on, man. You Joe crack. This guy got you spitting this shit 5,000 times. Like, this boy disrespectful on this. And he kept leaving, coming back. Colder sack, colder sack. I'm like, yo, this guy's. Trust me, it's gonna come out the best vocals I ever did in my life. Yo, they were so tight at this guy, like they was like, but he's a perfectionist.
I'm trying to tell you exactly. Like, dude, do a song over 10 to 20 times, 20 versions, You know, it's a lot of cats be like that. They be really perfectionists. You know, I'll do a verse, make a mistake, and leave this shit like that. Because sometimes the mistakes sound the best. I'll be like, fuck it, leave it like that.
That's a fact. I'm a slight perfectionist, but not like that. So like when I did Lean Back Remix, Eminem sent me the same verse. He never changed the word, but sent me the same verse maybe 20 different times. And maybe an E was earlier or late. Like the smallest shit. Ever, where I was like already, yo, brother, like, you think I can mix this thing? Like, wait a second, and he'll send the shit back, you know, with an F. Like, I'm like, yo, bro, some of these guys, they just...
And yo, look, I mean, and that's where they are, you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers be perfectionists about their shit. You know, I salute it, you know what I mean? All day long.
Man, Mobb Deep, one of the greatest groups in hip hop history. Quiet Storm, you knew that was gonna be a big boy, right?
Nah, not really. Word, I didn't. It was just some beat I did in the crib. Prodigy came over and said, "What's this?" I was like, "Nah, it's just, you know, some shit I did." He did the whole song by itself. The first version, he rocked with the whole shit. Word.
No, I thought that was your version of "We're going commercial weekly." I thought you sat there and said, "I'm going to make a hit." This was a Mobb Deep fucking hit. A one song for Mobb Deep, even though it's hard as shit. That was the nicest Havoc could produce, but it wasn't planned like that.
Nah, because you know what I'm saying? I'm in the crib. I listen to every fucking record in my crib already. Then I end up with Sugar Hill Gang White Lines. I'm like, nobody ain't sampling this. But I'm like, all right, fucking slow the shit down real quick and play some keys over it. And that was that. Like, word. Like, man, literally,
I love
just like
White
that.
Lines. And then you figured that out. And we love it. Huh, Rich? You went viral dancing to that shit. Yeah. I video Rich dancing to it the other day and shit. And motherfucker went viral dancing to White Lines. That's, you know, that's it. And then the Lil Kim.
Yeah.
The video. They spent, Steve Rifkin spent money on that video.
Yeah. We got Hype Williams for that. You know, Hype Williams, he make you drop a bag, you know what I'm saying, for a video.
Yeah, but you got it off though. You got a movie. Like you guys got like a major, like a Missy hype, Buster hype.
Yeah.
You got the real deal.
Yeah.
That shit looked like a movie.
Yeah, the shit was, I was proud of it, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, usually Mobb Deep videos was like, you know, regular hood shit, whatever. But then we was trying to take it to the next level, you know what I mean? Got Little Kim for the females. Got Hype Williams for the video. You know what I mean? You can't go wrong with that. You can't go wrong with that.
That get the whistle right there, man. And let's take it back an inch. Because I had asked you, did you know Nas before he blew? And you said absolutely. How about, did you see Shan and Marley in the bridge like early as a kid?
Yeah,
and what
as
was
a kid,
that like? Did you know you was growing up in like The Crown? Like you know, you was growing up in a fucking place that was so royal to hip hop. Like, did every kid walking around the bridge knew they were walking up, they were in like a fucking ghetto kingdom?
I mean, for me, absolutely. You know what I mean? Because I used to go to school and, you know, niggas used to be like, yo, where you from? I used to be like, Queensbridge. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, I'm from Queensbridge. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know where that's from, you know where that's at. You heard of Queensbridge and all of that. And I used to see Marley Marl and MC Shan as a little kid. And that shit used to just inspire us as little kids to see them and shit. Like, you know what I mean? Just little niggas just looking at them coming through with BMWs. You know what I'm saying? Roxanne Shante and all of that.
You know, I used to ride through there, like in '88 when I was in them streets. I ride through there in the whip just because it was Queens. I go from the Bronx over there. Fat Puerto Rican dude, no shirt on, fucking system blasted, just driving through like, oh shit, I feel like Queensbridge today. Like,
Word.
It's so legendary.
Yeah.
And has such a rich history.
Yeah, absolutely, man. You know, the history of Queensbridge, it's like, you know, it inspires you. It made us, you know, want to rap and, you know, do shit like that. And you know, if it wasn't for them guys, you know, I don't even know if it'd be a Mobb Deep. You know what I mean? Because it's just something in the water out there. You feel me?
And that's what's so important, man. I try to tell people, right? You know, I make it my business to open businesses in the hood, be around. You can see Fat Joe. Right now, they just see me in the Bronx driving around. They ain't lying. Somebody tell you they just see me by Cypress Ave and all that in the Bronx. Yeah, they did see Fat Joe driving through. But some people might take it as he's showing off, and people are really supposed to take it as it's inspiration. Absolutely. This guy made it, but he's still approachable. He's still out here. The man, you know, he got it, but he still fuck with us. And I get that's the type of energy you saying by seeing MC Shan, who's the biggest in the game, seeing Marley Marl, and they were still out there inspiring you.
Yep, they was coming to the hood. They wasn't scared to come to the hood. They was coming through. Everybody respected them. You know what I mean? And that's what it's all about. You know what I mean? When you get on, you can't forget where you come from. Not by a long shot. Never.
The hi-hat. I'm not a producer, nor will I ever know how to make a beat. But the hi-hat and the gah, that stick, gah, we know Havoc for that. Gah, that stick. Is it a true story that you made the hi-hat on the top of the stove for Shook Ones?
So you know how you turn on the stove in the projects and it should be like,
I'm about to faint. I
got a little recorder.
No, don't do this to me. Yo, I swear to God, I'm gonna faint right now. Like, don't do that to me. Like, all right, I ain't gonna say nothing. Yo, I fucking love hip hop too much. Don't do this to me, man. Dad, please. I'm sorry. I
gotta do it to you, Joe.
I'm sorry. I need to hear it the same way. You turn on the stove and
turn the stove on. I grab
in the projects.
Yeah, in the projects. I grab my little, you know what I'm saying, little box with the press record on it. You know what I'm saying? I recorded this shit. Took it to the studio. Niggas say, yo, Hav, what you doing? I said, just chill. I don't worry. I hear something. And then Shook Ones.
Jesus Christ, man, like that.
Yeah.
It's some sound. And this is why I try to tell people, hip-hop, the music of oppressed people.
Yes.
It's literally cheap. We make it expensive. And Kanye wants a symphony on the beach. We go on a yacht. But truthfully, the genius of hip-hop is that it comes from nothing. Using the projects, turn on the fire, the shit's going and you made the hi-hats a Shook One. And it gets me to think about J. Rue the Damager when...
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Doom, doom. I know the video looked like it was water.
Right.
But I don't know. I got to ask Preem if he made that over.
That's that, you know, when they be torturing the fucking, the hostages with the...
Yeah. Water, what they call that shit? Waterboarding.
Right. That's the waterboarding beat.
That's that water. Yo, let me tell you, besides Mobb Deep, what songs have you produced for artists outside of Mobb Deep?
Shit, for Foxy, Nas, Biggie, M50.
That Biggie, what was that like? Who approached you to do the Can I Live to My Last Days?
Yeah, that was the joint. Diddy approached me, you know what I'm saying? He hollered at me, he's like, yo, you know what I'm saying, I want you to do this. I'm working on, it was Biggie's second album. He's like, yo, I need you to do some shit on it, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, all right, cool. So I went there and I did the beat in the studio. I made the beat right there on the spot. They was fucking with it. And matter of fact, no, I'm lying. I made the beat in my studio and then I sent it to Puff. He fucked with it. But by the time it was time to make the song, somebody lost the reel that the beat was on. So I had to do the fucking beat over. I had to do the
and it's never the same.
It's never.
Let me tell you something. I could write a rhyme and shit sound fire. I could be memorizing it. If that fucking paper goes away, it's not the same rhyme. No matter, even if I remember it somehow, it's like you be fucking mad as shit.
Son. So
you have to make this shit over. So it might not even be the same shit.
It's not. It's not. But you know what's so crazy? That somebody fucking found the beat. They got lost from 30 years ago, my nigga.
It might have been D-Dot. Because you know, D-Dot, you know, I say stuff, people say I'm lying or whatever, they think I'm bugging out. But you know, me and B.I.G. was working on an album together. Right?
I heard you say that.
It's a fact, though. I don't say lies.
No doubt.
So, you know, I always said it, but it almost sounds crazy when you say it. You know, sometimes.
Nah, that shit made sense to me when I heard it. I was like, oh, shit.
But D-Dot sent me the intro to one of them songs one day. Just the intro, like the first 8. Let me know. Yo, it exists.
Right.
Like, Derek Angeletti, he said, yo, like, I was like, oh, shit. This is that. Like, yo, so that's, you know, they got a real vote there. Like, I don't know where my reels are. I don't know. That goes to ask you, and this is the same corny shit they ask me all the time, but I gotta ask you, just as a fan, is there any unreleased Mobb Deep, Prodigy, and Havoc music that has never came out that's in the vault?
1,000%. 1,000%. Yes.
This is a joke for a moment. This is a joke for a moment. Yeah. This is a joke for a moment. You got it. I ain't got no pun shit. You got it.
1,000%.
And so what you waiting for?
You know, it's a lot of you know, politics a little bit. You know what I mean? It's a little bit politics. You know what I mean? Because you know, his verses ain't mine. I don't own them. You know what I'm saying?
They belong to the family and all, and then it starts all that. And
yeah, you know. So, but you know, God bless. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, when everybody's on the same page, like which we are all on the same page. You know what I mean?
Thank
but
God.
Now it's just, you know, now it's time to like really, you know what I'm saying? Okay, how are we gonna do this? You know what I mean? I can't do it by myself. You know what I mean? That would be unethical. It would be selfish. And it wouldn't be you know, correct. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta
You gotta do it with the family, gotta do business right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And man, I for sure I thought it was no. So you know what fucked me up, man? When Primo dropped the Gangstar album, like 10 years after Guru died, I was in my bike, right? It sounded like Guru was here. Like, right, the last album, I was like, yo, I enjoyed this so much. I'll tell you the truth, I'm almost thinking about making an album and tell these guys to drop it 5 years after I die. Just, that might be the new wave. Like, no, real shit. Like, when
you gotta leave it with something.
Shit, I was like, yo, this shit is genius.
Right.
They dropped this album 5 years, 10 years after he died. Sound like Guru was here. Wow. And, man, we can't wait for that Mobb Deep.
Yeah, man.
You know, I seen you at that anniversary. And
oh yeah,
I kind of like saw you, but didn't see you because you still got 10,000 niggas with you on stage. So it was over Queensbridge dead body that they wasn't gonna be on that stage.
Son, that was crazy, son. The whole fucking Queensbridge was on stage. Yo, it looked like it was more niggas on stage than the crowd. Like straight up, like I'm like, yo, like. I'm like, I just turned around. Yo, the dressing room, I had like, maybe like 10 people with me. By the time I got on the stage, my nigga, it was like.
You had 1,000 with you. And what I'm saying is, y'all ever tried? Because any show I ever seen in Mobb Deep had 1,000 guys on stage. Have you ever tried to tell them, yo, chill, let us go up there?
Not today.
Never. I might have tried that shit one time. I might have tried it one time, and you know, niggas respected it. Niggas got off, but then niggas ended back up there again.
Nah, they up there.
It's like fuck it.
Yo, in our crew, you can't tell Percy he ain't Fat Joe.
Nah.
You can't, you know, he up there with the fly out. Like they got the beat. These guys got the beat in it.
Yeah,
like, you know, they part of the cloth, the texture.
Exactly. Absolutely.
And they feel like, yo, we gonna rap for Prodigy. We gonna come up here.
Absolutely.
Queensbridge is here.
Especially when you in New York. You know what I'm saying? That's on base. You know what I'm saying? Everybody coming out.
The whole projects with me around Flojo time, and they used to beat up the crowd. And I'd be like, yo, you beating up the fans, bro. Like, why y'all want to fight the fans? Like, I had to keep, no, real talk. I couldn't bring these guys. After a while, I had to figure it out. Like, yo, they keep beating up the fans, bro. Like,
yeah.
That shit is crazy. My brother, I love you. I thank you for everything, man. Thank you for coming up on here in the big show. I want to talk, I want to talk about, damn, man. I knew I was going to get a freeze. That they had said that Prodigy wanted you to do like a beat battle with, what's my man? He produced,
ALC? ALC?
ALC.
Yeah, he said that on a video, a clip one time. He said that.
But you brothers, right? ALC.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah.
Alchemist produced a lot. He produced. Actually, my favorite song I ever made is called "Definition of a Dawn," and Alchemist produced that shit.
Yeah, I remember that.
And so that was just Prodigy talking shit, or was that ever talked about?
Nah, because I believe Just Blaze, no, was it Just Blaze and Swiss Beats? They was doing some kind of little battle thing, you know what I mean? Way before the verses, and that
was the original verses. When I seen that, it blew my mind. I never seen that like that. Just Blaze against Swiss. That felt like the battles we heard about before our time.
Right, exactly. It was a big deal.
I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, it was a big deal. It was a big deal. You know what I'm saying?
So they was like, yo, what's up with Havoc? What's up with Alchemist?
Yeah, Prodigy was saying that, you know what I mean? He was stoking the fire, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, he's trying to get that shit lit.
Yeah, but it was said all in fun, like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, Hav and Al need to show, you know what I'm saying? Like what this shit is about. You know what I mean?
Let me ask you a question. Like me, you know, upon, you know, we lost the franchise player. You know what I'm saying? But no matter how big Pun was, we never thought he would die young. I know Prodigy went through a lot of complications with the sickle cell over his life. Did you ever think was you ever in fear for him passing away? Or it was something like you was just shocked when it happened?
I was super shocked when it happened. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, I was super shocked it was gonna happen. But, you know, when we first met and I found out that he had sickle cell and all of that, and, you know, I did the research on the disease. He even told me, like, you know, people with sickle cell, they don't live past a certain age, right? But as the years went on and the decades went on, I was like, my nigga ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Because he was eating healthy and all of that, so he was good. You know what I mean? I think this shit, that him passing out, it fucked me up.
Of course, it's gonna fuck you up because you two is like, you know what I'm saying? You know, you won. You know what I'm saying? You guys are one. Almost like I compare, not music-wise, but I compare the chemistry of you and Prodigy to like Fife and Q-Tip.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think you Fife. I think Prodigy's Q-Tip. That's just my weird science of hip-hop.
I can't, Jack. You know, I love Fife to death, but you know what I'm saying? You know, no funny shit though. I love Fife to death, but you know, it was a little kind of friction there that seemed to kind of, you know, that no hip hop fans want to really, you know, touch on. So when you say that, I hope, you know, I know you mean it in a better way than.
No, there was no type of friction.
No, it wasn't no friction, but I'm just saying when they put that you know, the documentary out to make it look like it was crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just. It was something that a lot of people.
Yo, listen, my brother. I didn't mean no foul.
Oh no, I know, but no, I'm just saying for the fans.
I love y'all.
No, for the fans. I'm just saying, like, you know, I ain't trying to, you know, be like, you know what I'm saying.
No bullshit, my brother. We love you. Thank you for coming on here, Hav. God bless you, my brother. And maybe one day I'll get a Havoc beat.
Oh, that's a guarantee, crack. After we finish this, I'm a holler at you and I'm a send something right to you.
All right. Send it my way. God bless, Hav. Thank you so much. Wow, the legendary Havoc of Mobb deep in the building. And I know y'all love that shit. This is the biggest show in the game, and you don't know who I know. We going right to Ted Smooth. The music is nice and loud. We are not motherfucking playing tonight. Let's go, Ted. That's it. Party over.
You remember?
Party over. That's
Turn the place.
Party over. That's it. That's it. That's how I used to do. As far as projects, when they throw a party and I felt like it was time to be over, it was time to be. It's it. It's over. Party over. That's it. I fucked up the party. That's it.
Why you fucking the party up?
Nah. That's it. That's it.
He got that for you.
It's it. It's over. Yo, listen, man.
Here we go.
That's it. That's it.
You need to unlock something.
Said so.
You remember?
Yo, Ted Smooth, man.
What's up?
You made up for last week,
I mean,
man.
it's regular, man. Come
I
on.
wanted to stab the phone personally. Last week, Erica Ford said it's a wrap. That's it. That's it.
That's
So
it.
I'm shutting it down. Everybody go home. That's it. Party over, man. Party over. That's it. Rest in peace, DMX. Shout out to the Rough Riders, the whole Yonkers, the whole New York City. Everybody all around the world have been feeling that pain. Shout out to Havoc from Mobb Deep. Rest in peace, Prodigy. Let your darkest moments bring your most clarity. Meaning, if you ever been in a bad position, if you ever was going through something, and your so-called friends wasn't really your friends to stand by you, when you got over it, don't have these same people around you. They're not no good. And put God first. Belief, hope, faith. God is the only one going to get you through there. He's the only one. Divorce, financial, illness, betrayal. God is the only one that got this. Ted Smooth, you're a genius.
You remember. Appreciate you, bro.
Shout out to everybody tuned in. We truly appreciate y'all. We'll see you on Monday. Hey, y'all, Harvey, baby, up NYC. Listen, if you're in New York City and you want the flyest gear, the flyest Jordans, the flyest Nike, you go to Up NYC on 158th Street in Broadway, on 207th and Dykeman. Soon to come, soon we're working on some change, some big change, some big change moving real shortly, UFO Thief in the building, 5001 in the building, Rich Player the God in the building, the Mayor's in the building, Ted Smooth, Uncle Dan's in the building. It's like that, baby. And so we out here, and we really out here. So get at me. Shout out my man Tone. Yo, what song's car dealership? Tone always take care of us, Uncle Dan. Do you know? We buy all our cars from the dude. We don't know his shit.
He changes it every week.
Every week.
He changes the number.
Shout out to Tone and Paul, my brothers. Peace, y'all. It's the biggest.
Nah, they change it every week.